Have you noticed that some people are able to unload a charming, non-stop stream of consciousness for 10 minutes or more without taking a breath, while others just seem monotone and flat even though the information is roughly the same? The master of the stream of consciousness is Russell Brand, and although I can't pretend to know what he's talking about 90% of the time, he isn't using a teleprompter. Then there's Ryan Connolly from Film Right. Although the content is totally different, he appears to be reeling off everything from the top of his dome as well. But he's even said on Twitter he uses a teleprompter a lot depending on the episode. But you can't tell whether he is or isn't because he's mastered the use of both. So there you have it, teleprompter or no teleprompter. It's possible to do either and look natural, but for most people, they end up going permanently one way or the other. I'm going to guess you're not watching this because you're the natural stream of consciousness type, but rather you can't string a sentence together as soon as that camera starts rolling. So you're going to need a good teleprompter work process. First of all, what is a teleprompter? For those that know the idea but haven't seen one in practice, teleprompters use a special one-way mirrored glass that allows you to project your lines into a space between you and the lens of the camera. In fact, you're able to read while appearing to look right at the viewer. Sneaky. I'm doing it right now. At first glance, a lot of people wonder why everyone doesn't use a teleprompter, but there are also good reasons to develop your ability to present confidently without one. Over the years, we've tried both ways of presenting, but we've landed on teleprompting because we batch film a lot of videos at the same time using the same sets. That's fine if your channel is geared to making that sort of content, but what if, like Mr. Beast, you're often out and about on various capers? A teleprompter isn't going to cut it because that sort of content is all about reacting in the moment to the situation that's been set up. In that case, learning to enjoy responding in real time is actually the skill you will need. For most YouTubers that treat their channel as a business though, it's all about educating your audience in some way, and that means structured content. Structured content is perfect for a teleprompter. Now I've got all of that theory out of the way, and presuming you've stuck with me, let's look at how to help you be natural while using a teleprompter. Because honestly, it can go horribly wrong. The main problems that make people look wooden and sound a bit soulless are all fixable, so let's break them down and have a look at them one by one. Problem 1, eye movements. It seems like a little thing, but if your eyes can be seen following the words, your audience won't necessarily know what's wrong, but you'll appear a bit shifty, like you're not quite in the room with them. This is a totally practical solution, but you need to do one of two things. Either move the teleprompter and camera further away and zoom in if you're using a big tablet, or the one we'd recommend, get a small profile teleprompter that works with your smartphone like the Parrot. Even from only a meter away, it's possible to read your lines from the much smaller screen of a smartphone without moving your eyes from left to right, thus eliminating problem 1. Problem 2, you sound wooden and flat. There's no escaping the fact that you're reading words, and reading is just not the same sort of tone that audiences expect on YouTube. Sounding wooden comes from overthinking the sentences you're saying, which will make you self-conscious. You have to be much more deliberate about injecting meaning back into your words. Here's a few techniques that will help you see what I'm talking about. Pick a word to put extra emphasis on. For the purpose of illustration, I've actually written the word extra in bold in the script so that I remember when delivering it, but this doesn't need to be a permanent measure. Just do it till you've seen the effect of putting emphasis on certain words that have extra meaning so that you don't sound flat. Try our Panto mode technique. I've talked about this before, where you do a take that is ridiculously over-presented like Krusty the Clown when he's not backstage drinking. The aim is to deliberately go too far in terms of how you project yourself. Watch it back compared to your usual takes and then decide how much projection to keep. You'll be surprised how much energy you need to put in to appear natural. Play with the teleprompter speed. By setting the teleprompter just a bit faster than you're comfortable with, you can force the conscious part of your brain to take a back seat while it tries to keep up. This technique usually means the script will get out of reach every few paragraphs, but that's okay. Filming in chunks and bolting them together in the edit is what we'd recommend anyway to take the pressure off. There's no benefit in filming the entire video in a single take. The alternative to the speed technique is to use a voice recognition app like Prompt Smart Pro and let the teleprompter move the script up as it recognizes your voice. This is what I use, and although I do find it more natural to use than a constant speed, it does require a bit of additional setup. Because the voice recognition comes via your smartphone mic, you need to find a way to get a feed in from near you, otherwise the voice recognition won't be very reliable. I've got mine set up through another shotgun mic just out of frame. Down here, connected to my smartphone through an XLR cable and an iRig adapter like this. And finally, problem 3, it all sounds too structured. Learning to write as you speak versus writing prose is a skill you'll develop with time, but making things chatty in the script is like having a conversation with your audience in slow motion. Say it out loud as you write it. If it doesn't sound like you, change it till it does. Just like reading someone else's words, you'll struggle to sound genuine if you've written a script that is on best behavior the whole time. Try these techniques and see how much you can improve. If this was helpful, but you're not sure about the teleprompter I mentioned, then check out this review of the parrot we made. And of course, if you're still here, you're obviously awesome. So why not subscribe and join all the other awesome small creators that are now part of our tribe.